Hello, chào các bạn, chào mừng các bạn quay trở lại kênh mình nhá. Hôm nay chúng ta tiếp tục với Genshin Bắc với Luna màn 2, bài ca của bụi bánh đèn. Trời ơi, bài này lâu quá. Hôm qua vừa đánh nhau với anh Rerir xong, anh tẩn cho tí chết hết. Anh ấy tẩn cho tí chết hết cả nhóm. May có Colombia cứu không thì toi rồi. Và hôm nay chúng ta tiếp tục câu chuyện ở đây nhá. Hy vọng tối nay tình trạng bạn nó ổn. Chứ mấy hôm nay là liên tục hôm nào nó cũng bị đơ giật. Chờ đến chỉ điện thoại nhỉ. Ok, vào thôi. Lại có giai thoại của Nefer này. Này nó hơi ồn tí là vì mình để quạt hơi gần nha, quạt không cả. Đấy, lại tình trạng giật rồi. Không có sai đâu, thì tôi bị lại lỗi rồi, lại bị tình trạng giật lag không kể đi.
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few, but the Rerir of Solnari has now gained a complete form.
Well, it seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious cuckoosaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with...
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy...
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation?
Bây giờ em chết còn kịp không? Cáo liền.
Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no... So my canon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. That's right. And it still works on normal...
Flints, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry.
My thanks. For that and for everything else.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Point taken. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
Để mình tắt lại mạng bật lại nha. Thôi kệ đi.
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one who...
Well.
Ok, cả nhóm giải tán.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send.
Giấc ngủ ngoài nơi xa.
This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people want slowly, gradually he came to think as such himself. I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. But we will pursue him to the last. Even if the outcome is not... It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
you two talking about? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites.
Phê ngọn đèn.
Lightbearer, with your even as we hurry on, bruised and until it closes its eyes in the depths of thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Hey, it's the Wanatar! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Điều có thể chọn. Chờ phát hiện. Thành phố không ánh sáng. Chiến dịch phòng thủ cứ điểm. Đây em đi ngoài nếu mà gặp được. À, tức là có thể gặp mấy cái nhân vật ở trước hả? Thôi, khỏi ra. Làm cốt truyện chính đi. Cốt truyện dài lắm. Có cái này tiện nhỉ? Như kiểu đi roller coaster. À, Colombia. Colombia chỉ ra phải ham rồi à?
What are you doing? Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts? Yeah, but aren't you afraid that Sandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact? Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, The flow of Kuvaki is some. However, is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Quan tâm đến đồ ăn hả?
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat?
Thịt chiên quả mọng ý chứ.
Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps?
Cái phi
I
thuyền.
could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so. But after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away.
Cố tình bị giấu đi. Chắc chắn bị bọn mình giấu
Perhaps
rồi.
someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, or from others. And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat. I could not gain any insight into his schemes now that he has donned a shape and form. Selling his power short, but that power of his plays host to an obsession that I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the... Well, Sandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. Was that not what you were curious about? Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs?
Chế tạo vũ khí đấy à?
That weapon will play... And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care.
Ok,
I
không còn gì để hỏi đâu.
still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me. That is where the answers lie buried.
Đó là nhà của tôi.
That is my true home.
Đến đấy mà mình lại buồn đấy. Ok, xong màn 2. Rồi đến màn 3 rồi.
Interesting. You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right, right.
Ah.
Right you are. I
Anh-
forgot to introduce myself.
Anh là anh Vaka hả?
The name's Varka,
Vaka.
Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Anh Vaka là cái kích lắm, bị đảo vả là gần chết. Ẩn trong bóng tối. Tiếp tục đi. 2 ngày sau.
this is a day in the life of the traveler.
Vương quốc không tồn tại, bài ca không dệt bà, thành trong bóng tối.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Nó đẹp nhỉ, như kiểu đèn trong vũ trường ấy.
Oh, it's been a few days since we sent by. Still no news about Rerir, though. If only he was gone for good.
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flynn has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry.
The wild hunt? Uh-oh. Wait, come on, let's go!
Ok, đi thôi. Vương quốc không tồn tại, bài ca không dệt bà, màn bà đang mở. Nào, tiếp tục câu chuyện của anh Rerir này. Đây, không có cái nào gần nhỉ? Cái đây vậy. Chả thấy nơi là mấy. Cào ác chưa? Đấy, đúng kiểu bằng cái bàn tay kiểu Rerir cào nhỉ.
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame? Everyone's here already. Hey!
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him, nor that is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the Crystonite itself is physically...
And we're sure that Rerir did this.
Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Rerir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Tầm này đã quá sức người rồi còn gì nữa.
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Đúng rồi, khi đó hắn ta đã rất nguy hiểm rồi.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how... Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Phải thế, tại sao không vào thành phố thịt bọn này luôn mà phải trốn làm gì?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality.
That actually sounds about right.
There are many unanswered questions here. Besides his name and title, we know little about...
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him.
Em này tay giả à? Hay đeo găng tay đấy? Chắc là tay giả.
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us. And we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone, Paimon's head
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Crati, or the Pillar of Embla.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However,
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rerir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki.
That's right. Yes, it...
Chỉ là màn tốt tính thế. Có trái tim rộng lượng không ha?
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't.
And if we do run into Rerir,
Thì chạy. Thì chạy thôi.
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
36 kế chạy là tự sách.
didn't you say the third rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I?
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rerir,
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Cái mảnh ba cai này anh này đi đầu đi solo.